Good morning. My name is Rachel Janine McCall. Rachel Janine Venta Biarchi Fraga. Rachel Biarchi Guevara. Rachel Guevara Biarchi. Now, I've been thinking a lot in regards to the mineralization of our periodical table of elements. Now, as you guys know, the Biarchis, my grandpa, Woody, he was with the Air Force and the Army. Well, the Air Force at McChord Air Force Base, West Point Army, known as RAFE, fought in World War II, did some really cool things for Eisenhower and the infrastructure all the way up to the Bush administration, the first Bush administration. His older brother, Boom, was with the Navy, also did some really cool stuff with the infrastructure and with rocks, mineral samples, all of them did. And then there's George, who worked at the Oppenheimer Research Center, also known as the Nuclear Research Center. Also had a lot to do with NASA, because where do you think they test fuel cells and things for the rockets and coolant systems and things like that? My grandpa and his brother helped as well, Nels and my grandpa Woody. Now, I have a theory. Now, we all know that we have a gas giant in our solar system known as Jupiter. Has a storm on it, looks kind of like that. Now, I have a theory. My family thought that every asteroid, every comet, everything that fell into Jupiter, because Jupiter has the greatest mass and gravity pull in our solar system. And they thought that everything in the center of it got so compressed that it mineralized into something of a diamond. I have a different theory. Now that we know that asteroids can contain things that are unstable, such as nuclear decay from organic life from other planets from a long time ago, or as far, I honestly think that when they get compressed, all the periodical table of elements that are in that will compress so hard that it becomes a nuclear fusion. And I think that gas giant has a possibility of becoming a star itself. What size? I don't know. Do we have proof of this? I do not know. We have never seen a gas giant turn into a star, but we've always been intrigued by the storm, the constant hurricane, which I think is indicative of compression in the center of all those elements from those comets and asteroids, because they're like our bodyguard. They protect us from a lot of that stuff, from the asteroids and the meteors and things like that, protect Earth and a lot of the other planets. I think it could be a baby star or a proto star is what that gas giant is. There's another gas giant, Saturn, but I think that would be more equivalent, and it still has its rings and stuff, showing that it's still a relatively new gas giant. So something happened there as nebulous. So I'm curious.